Have you ever stopped for a moment and imagined what it would have been like to walk beside Jesus? To hear his voice speaking words of life, to watch him show compassion to the broken, to see him bring hope to those who had lost everything. The roads Jesus walked were not paved with comfort. They were dusty roads filled with challenges, rejection, and sacrifice. Yet every step he took carried a purpose. Every step revealed the heart of God. Today, Jesus is still calling people to follow him. Not just pastors, not just church leaders, not just people who seem perfect. He is calling ordinary people like you and me. People with questions. People with struggles. People who sometimes feel weak and uncertain. People who need his grace every single day. The amazing thing about Jesus is that he never waited for people to become perfect before inviting them to follow him. When he called the disciples, they were fishermen, tax collectors, and ordinary workers. They had flaws. They made mistakes. They didn't understand everything. Yet Jesus saw something greater in them. He saw what they could become through faith. And he sees that same potential in you today. Maybe you look at your life and see failures. Jesus sees possibilities. Maybe you look at your life and see weakness. Jesus sees strength that has not yet been discovered. Maybe you look at your life and see reasons why God cannot use you. Jesus sees countless reasons why he can. Following Jesus is not about being perfect. It is about trusting the one who is perfect. Every day we face challenges. Some battles are visible. Others are hidden deep inside our hearts. There are moments when fear whispers that we are not enough. There are moments when doubt tells us to quit. There are moments when disappointment tries to steal our hope. But Jesus teaches us to keep moving forward. The disciples faced storms on the sea. The waves crashed around them. The wind howled against them. Everything seemed hopeless. Yet Jesus was with them. The same is true in our lives. You may be facing a storm right now. A storm of uncertainty. A storm of loneliness. A storm of financial struggles. A storm of disappointment. But if Jesus is in your boat, there is still hope. The storm may be loud, but his voice is louder. The storm may be powerful, but his power is greater. The storm may seem endless, but his promises never fail. Jesus never promised a life without problems. He promised his presence in the middle of them. That changes everything, because when Jesus walks with us, we are never alone. When Jesus walks with us, fear loses its power. When Jesus walks with us, darkness cannot overcome the light. Think about all the people whose lives were transformed by a single encounter with Jesus. The blind received sight. The broken found healing. The lost found direction. The hopeless discovered purpose. And Jesus is still changing lives today. Maybe someone listening to this message feels forgotten. Maybe someone feels like giving up. Maybe someone feels like God is distant. If that is you, hear these words today. Jesus has not forgotten you. Your story is not over. Your best days are not behind you. God is still working even when you cannot see it. Every prayer matters. Every act of faith matters. Every step toward Jesus matters. Sometimes God does his greatest work during the seasons when we understand him the least. The waiting season, the difficult season, the season when nothing seems to be changing. Yet beneath the surface, God is preparing something beautiful. A seed does not become a tree overnight. A sunrise does not appear instantly. Growth takes time. Faith takes time. Trust takes time. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep praying. Keep trusting. Because God is faithful. The world desperately needs people who follow the example of Jesus. People who choose kindness over hatred. People who choose forgiveness over bitterness. People who choose faith over fear. People who choose love over division. Imagine how different the world would be if more people walked in the footsteps of Jesus. A world where compassion is stronger than anger. A world where hope is stronger than despair. A world where faith shines brighter than fear. That journey begins with one person, one decision, one step, your step. Today, Jesus is saying the same words he spoke thousands of years ago. Follow me. Not tomorrow. Not when life becomes easier. Not when every question is answered, but today, right where you are. Follow him through the uncertainty. Follow him through the waiting. Follow him through the victories. Follow him through the struggles, because every step with Jesus brings you closer to the life God created you to live. One day we will look back and realize that every challenge, every lesson, every victory, and every struggle was part of the journey that shaped our faith. And through it all,